Hello, my name is Keith Dudek, and I am a professional drummer. I on tour with drum set, playing and performing. I also play in church. I'm a worship drummer. And I also teach private lessons, and I do clinics at high schools and colleges all over the United States. When I started playing drums, I was 12 years old, and it was in 1978. And it was the summer before my 7th grade year. And my family had moved from one city to another, and we were going to a new school. And I talked to the principal and the guidance counselor, and they suggested strongly that I take band. And I didn't want to do that, but I did it anyway. So I took band and I said, I'll try drums. So I started playing drums in 1978 in the summer. I was 12 years old, and I started in school band. And I had a really good band instructor named Mr. Lewis Wilson. And he's been my biggest inspiration as a player and a teacher. Some of my biggest influencers and role models growing up would be my band director from 7th through 12th grade, who is Mr. Lewis Wilson. He was my band director from 7th through 12th grade and my choir director as well, because I did vocals too. And then after that, I would say John Bonham, the drummer for Led Zeppelin, Stuart Copeland, the drummer for the Police, Phil Collins, the drummer for Genesis, and Neil Peart, the drummer for Rush. The biggest challenges in my development as a percussionist would be timing issues, playing correct rhythms and time, and playing to a metronome. And maybe one of the things that hurt me early in the years of development would be not practicing as much as I probably could have or should have. And once I started practicing, I got it down and it was way better. So timing and rhythm, playing to a metronome, playing evenly, good rhythms consistently, that would have been the hardest part of development. Some of the biggest accomplishments that I feel like I've achieved in my career were going to college, playing in music, studying music at the university level, being an all-state percussionist in the state of Michigan growing up in high school, auditioning for and making the Madison Scouts Drum and Bugle Corps in DCI. I did that for 3 years. I marched 3 summers and did snare drum. And the year I aged out in 1988, we won first place in the nation. So that was awesome. And also touring across the country and across the world in a tour bus and jet planes and all that good stuff. Going to Europe 3 times and Japan and Korea. Those were awesome experiences. And also playing the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville 4 different times with Lee Greenwood. I started teaching students when I was in college and when I was doing drum corps in my early 20s. And I enjoyed doing that. And I started teaching private lessons as well as group things like drumline and percussion ensemble. And it was a great experience. And the things I really like about teaching and learning from the student is things about their lives, their culture, their family, food, geography, all kinds of different things about the nation, where people are from, all that good stuff. That's what I like about teaching. I play drums and teach drums and live music because I love it. I started at a young age, started right before 7th grade, and by the time I was in 8th grade, I had such a powerful influence with Mr. Wilson, my teacher, that I decided in 8th grade when I was 13 years old that I was going to do music the rest of my life. At that point, I stopped doing every other activity. I stopped doing sports and everything and anything, and I just focused on music, and that's all I did. I took drum lessons, piano lessons, voice, and it's been an awesome career. I'm really, really happy that I did it. It's been fun, and I feel like I haven't worked a day in my life. It's been really, really enjoyable, and it's been fun to make a living doing something that I'm passionate about. My advice to young up-and-coming drummers and percussionists, kids who want to make it in music or be successful or have a music career would be find the best teacher that you can in your area and try and take lessons. Try and practice as much as you can to get better at what you do and refine your craft. Try and buy the best equipment that you possibly can. The best equipment you can afford. Also try and find role models that are professional musicians, drummers, percussionists, teachers in your area and out of your area that you admire, that you like the way they drum, you like the way they teach. They're professionals and they're successful. That way you can follow the things that they have done to get to where they're at. That's a good role modeling process. I also think in closing that setting goals, written goals on paper, is very, very important for all of us. So if you're going to be a professional musician, or if you're going to go for anything in life, you should write down what you want to accomplish on paper and then write baby step goals under that to help you accomplish the big goals, the big picture goals. That would be my advice to anybody who's trying to be successful in music.